Hello, my name is Bryant Myers, author of the book PEMF, The Fifth Element of Health. In this video, we're going to give you some practical action steps you can take to improve the quality and length of your sleep based on what I'm calling the 5 elements of better sleep. So as I talk about in my book, PEMF, The Fifth Element of Health, there's basically 5 essential elements that we need. We need earth or food, we need water, we need natural sunlight or fire, we need air, oxygen, and we need the 5th element, PEMF, which is the Earth's natural pulse magnetic fields and the static field of the Earth. So in this video, I'm going to kind of use that metaphor to walk you through sort of these 5 elements that you need for better sleep. And I want to start off by giving you a brief overview of what's called circadian rhythms. And this is a branch of chronobiology that deals with the daily rhythms of the human body and mind. Chronobiology is a more broad umbrella field that studies different cycles that can happen even monthly or yearly, but the circadian rhythms mainly focus on daily signals. A circadian rhythm is any biological process that displays an endogenous and trainable oscillation of about 24 hours. Things that are cyclical every day that can be studied in the human biology. Some examples of circadian rhythms would be the light-dark cycles, the temperature cycles, like during the day it gets warmer, cooler at night, feeding cycles, in animals and humans, we tend to eat at certain times every day. And as we'll see, pulse magnetic fields, the Schumann resonance, does vary daily from the side of the Earth that the sun is on and the side of the Earth that's dark, so the frequencies do change. And also gravity, which I call the 6th element. We're standing up during the day and we're lying down at night. Now, these cycles that happen every day on planet Earth, and we're very much connected to the Earth, as I talk about in my book, there's biological markers that can be monitored to show these daily changes. So, for example, melatonin is a hormone secreted based on light cycles. Your pineal gland will secrete melatonin based on signals from light and dark. Another example would be blood pressure varies throughout the day. Your body temperature is warmer in the daytime and cooler at night. Your brain wave activity, which we'll talk about PEMFs, is faster during the day. You have that beta active brainwave frequency in the daytime and more of a slow theta delta at night. There's actually things that are measurable in the human biology. The key with circadian rhythms is that we do have an internal biological clock, but we also have external cues. So we're not a closed system. We're very open to our environment. The purpose of giving a brief introduction to circadian rhythms is that when you can master your circadian biology, you're going to notice that your sleep is better, your energy levels are higher, you're going to be mentally more sharp, your memory is going to improve, you're going to be more productive, and you're going to experience less pain, and you're going to be overall healthier. That's why it's really important. I teach people not only about PEMF therapy to help with better sleep, and other tips you can do to synchronize your body and mind with the daily circadian rhythms of the environment. So let's begin with the element earth. Earth is food. So when we talk about earth, we're talking about our eating cycle. So every day, ideally, you want to have a good breakfast, but not too heavy, and you want to have a good lunch and maybe a light dinner. The body is not designed to eat late-night meals. There's some research on elimination, digestion, and assimilation cycles. And what this research I've read concludes is that we typically are eliminating between 4 a.m. to 12 noon. Our body is digesting between 12 noon and 8 p.m., and then we're assimilating those nutrients during the night from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. So you want to be eating during that digestion time primarily. I think the most important takeaway from that is just not to eat too late at night. If you're going to eat late at night, try to look for some foods high in tryptophan, because tryptophan is very integral in serotonin and melatonin release, so it really helps you to sleep better. A couple examples would be like walnuts, almonds, cherry juice, kale, like kale chips, hummus is high in tryptophan, and pineapples, bananas, oranges, oats, sweet corn, rice, tomatoes, barley. You can look up online. There's other examples. If you're going to eat those foods, still eat very lightly, because the body is mainly assimilating nutrients at night and healing and repairing and regenerating. So sleep is the time that the body regenerates itself, so you don't want to be eating too heavily at night. The next element is water, and this one's pretty simple. You don't want to be drinking too much water right before bed for obvious reasons. And you don't want to be drinking too much caffeine because caffeine is a diuretic. That'll keep you awake at night with frequent urination. And it's good to avoid smoking too after 2 p.m. because smoking is also stimulating to the body. Caffeine, besides being a diuretic, is also very stimulating. So if you drink caffeine too late at night, you're going to have a hard time going to bed. The element water is also like taking a bath or a shower. A nice hot shower is a very good way to relax the body. If you take a hot bath, you can add like some Dead Sea salts or like some Epsom salts and do like a detox bath and add like a little lavender to the water because the essential oil lavender is very relaxing. So it's a great way to wind down the day. That brings us to the next element, which is the element fire, mainly the light-dark cycles. And here's the key with light. Is you actually need a good dose of full spectrum light in the day. Did you know that people whose offices have windows get better sleep than those who are windowless? Because getting enough sun exposure every day keeps your body's clock on point. Sunlight tells your body to postpone making melatonin, the hormone that makes you tired and helps you sleep. The other half of the light-dark cycle is keeping your environment dark at night. So in the nighttime, right before bed, you're going to want to keep your house dark. And you don't have to have the house pitch black. There's something called amber lights that you can buy. I like the website lowbluelights.com because bright light, especially blue light, will basically tell your brain and your body that it's daytime. And it's going to energize you and it's going to make it hard for you to get to sleep. So some things that can trigger this response are bright lights, your iPads, your cell phones, your computer screen, TVs. Basically, 2 hours before bed, here's one of the best secrets I can give you for better sleep, is try to keep your house dark and use amber lights. And amber lights you can get at lowbluelights.com. You can also buy there some goggles that'll filter out blue lights. And I also like their little book reading lamp, which is an amber light for reading books. The hour before bedtime is a good time to sort of wind down, take a shower, take a bath, and maybe read a book using amber light. You can strategically place these amber light bulbs and little night lights so that way your house is lit, but not with bright lights. Because the amber lights to your brain and your pineal gland appear as black. So it's like the house is pitch black according to your brain. Also, I highly recommend people to install Flux, that's F.Lux, on their computer, and that changes the screen. So if you're going to be on your computer, which I don't recommend, this Flux program will sort of warm the screen and dim automatically. Again, that'll help to reduce the blue light. The next element is the element air. And with air, it's pretty simple. You just want to be in a cool environment because the body goes through temperature cycles between the day and night. And if you take a nice warm shower, hot bath, getting out exposure to the air, it'll feel cool. And that shift in temperature will also help to signal your body to produce melatonin. The next element I want to talk about is what I call the sixth element of health, which is gravity. And to get good sleep every night, it's really, really important to have both a good mattress, a good pillow, and good posture while you're sleeping. The key with the mattress is really, everybody's different, but if you have a spouse or a friend that can just watch you when you sleep on your side, if you're a side sleeper, just to make sure that your spine is straight. Now, if you're sleeping on your back, you just want to make sure you use a pillow or a neck pillow where your head is not too elevated because that'll create problems for your neck. I do not recommend stomach sleeping, but I have found on Amazon and other places some pillows that can help you have good posture if you're a stomach sleeper. But the key for sleeping as far as gravity is just having good posture while you're sleeping. And finally, the fifth element of better sleep is PEMF, which I call the fifth element of health. And this is the pulse magnetic fields of the Earth, which naturally are resonating starting at 7.83 hertz, which is a nice relaxed alpha state. Now, your brain, through electroencephalogram studies, has 4 gears, almost like a car. You have delta, theta, alpha, and beta. And those frequencies range from 0 to 30 hertz. The key is that beta is your more active, stimulated brain state consciousness. And a lot of people will hit the pillow going 30 hertz and because the brain is too stimulated. So the key with PEMF therapy, why it's so effective for better sleep, is that through entrainment, using the sleep setting on a good earth-based PEMF device, you're getting theta-delta frequencies. And because the brain is electromagnetic and electrical, that pulse magnetic field that's of a low and slow magnetic field frequency will just calm down your brain and you'll just go right to sleep. I have heard this time and time again from people who didn't even buy the PEMF mat for better sleep. They bought it for pain and for other purposes. And actually, that was the first thing that I noticed, was better sleep the very first night. And that was a time in my life that I was having some trouble sleeping. So PEMF therapy is my number one recommendation as far as a tool that you can invest in to help you get deep delta sleep every night, which will help your body to heal and regenerate. So I just want to give you the sleep protocols. And again, I'm going to use the intensities based on the MRS 2000 and the IMRS, because they're based on over 200,000 case studies with patients in a European clinical setting and 100 doctors. And what they recommend is do level 25 to 50 in the morning, level 25 to 50 in the afternoon, and level 10 at night. And the duration for each session should be 8 to 16 minutes. If possible, you can use a light and sound system as well for added relaxation. Currently, as of this video, the IMRS is the only PEMF device that I know of that has an integrated light and sound system. So lay on an earth-based PEMF mat every night before bed, and you will definitely notice better sleep. Thanks for listening, and for more information, go to my website, PEMFbook.com. You can instantly download 3 free chapters there. I always welcome your questions, comments, and feedback. Get in touch with me at PEMFbook.com/contact. I sincerely hope the information in these videos will help you in your quest for greater health, happiness, and well-being.